Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever wondered if people still notice you the same way? Do you question your attractiveness as time moves forward? Many men think about this quietly but never say it out loud. As years pass, it feels natural to doubt how others see you. But the truth is simple. You may be more attractive than you believe right now. In this video, we are going deep into clear signs that show you are still a good-looking older man. These signs are not about flashy looks or surface charm. They come from confidence, presence, and life experience. And here is the surprising part. Many of these signals are already happening around you daily. You just might not be noticing them yet because they appear subtle and quiet. Stay with me until the end. Because once you understand these signs, your perspective may completely change. Before we go any further, I want you to pause with me for a moment. Not just listen, but feel this. When was the last time you felt genuinely seen? Not just looked at, but truly noticed, understood, felt? When was the last time someone leaned into your presence without you trying? Or maybe you've been telling yourself a quiet story. That attention belongs to younger men now, that your time has passed, that something about you has faded. But what if that story isn't true? What if you've been overlooking something powerful about yourself? What if people are still drawn to you, just in ways that are deeper, quieter, and far more meaningful? My name is Lauren Garcia, and I'm the host of Lauren's Psychology Diary YouTube channel. And today, we're going to gently peel back the layers of perception and attraction, so you can begin to see yourself through a clearer, more honest lens. Because attraction doesn't disappear with time. It evolves, it becomes quieter, it becomes more refined, more psychological. And the truth is, many men miss it, not because it's gone, but because they're still looking for the loud signals. What if the very things you've been overlooking about yourself are the exact reasons someone feels drawn to you? What if your calmness, your restraint, are the most attractive parts? Haven't you ever felt more comfortable around someone who didn't try too hard? Someone who didn't need to impress you, yet somehow left a lasting impression anyway? And if you're already starting to feel a shift in how you see yourself, even just slightly, go ahead and like this video as a signal to yourself. Now let's begin with something simple. The first sign. Younger women feel comfortable around you. This is something many men completely overlook. It doesn't feel dramatic. It doesn't come with loud compliments or obvious flirting. It's quiet. It's subtle. But psychologically, it's one of the strongest indicators. It shows up in the way conversations flow effortlessly, in the way she lingers just a little longer, in the way she listens, genuinely absorbing what you're saying. Comfort is the foundation of real attraction. And here's why, especially from a psychological perspective. Younger women are often surrounded by unstable energy. Men who are trying too hard, talking too much, there's a kind of pressure in those interactions. But then they encounter you. You're grounded. You're not rushing. You're not competing for attention. You're not trying to dominate the conversation just to feel important. And suddenly, something shifts. Let me paint a picture for you. You're sitting in a cafe, nothing extraordinary. You're just present. Maybe you're talking, maybe you're listening. Across from you, she starts to relax. You notice it subtly. Her shoulders drop, her tone softens, her words come more freely. She begins sharing things she didn't expect to say out loud. That moment right there, that quiet opening, is where attraction begins. Because safety creates openness, and openness is where real attraction lives. Not the kind that burns fast and disappears, but the kind that builds, slowly, deeply, meaningfully. So if you've noticed women feeling at ease, don't dismiss it. That is not accidental. That is a direct reflection of your presence. Now, let's move into the second sign, compliments. Many men underestimate this completely. Not exaggerated praise, but small, specific observations. Someone notices your shirt. Someone mentions your scent. That color suits you. It may seem insignificant, but psychologically it's not. At this stage in life, your appearance is less about raw physical traits and more about intention. You are sending a message. When you carry yourself with quiet pride, you're sending a very clear message. I respect myself. People are always reading these cues, consciously or not. A neat, intentional appearance signals discipline. It signals self-awareness, and these traits become more attractive with time, not less. Presence matters. Now let's talk about something even more subtle, eye contact. When a woman holds your gaze just a second longer than usual, it's rarely meaningless. It carries something: curiosity, interest, sometimes even a quiet form of admiration. Attention is one of the most valuable currencies. When someone gives you their attention, something has captured them. You might notice a glance that lingers just a bit too long, or a moment where eye contact breaks, but then returns. These are not grand gestures, but they are revealing. Because attraction at this stage isn't about performance, it's about presence. The way you sit, the way you move, the way you exist in a space. All of these subtle behaviors create an energy, and people don't just see that energy, they feel it. When that energy is calm and grounded, it draws attention naturally. Now here's another powerful sign. People, especially women, start asking for your advice. On the surface, it might seem simple, but psychologically, it's significant. It's an act of trust. Asking for advice means they perceive you as capable, as emotionally stable, as someone whose perspective holds value. They feel safe enough to be vulnerable around you. And vulnerability is never given lightly, it's earned. When she asks for your opinion, she's inviting you into her internal world. She's showing you a piece of her uncertainty. And in that moment, she's placing trust in your ability to handle it with care. Respect is one of the strongest foundations. When someone seeks your guidance, they're showing you respect. Now let's talk about something deeper: confidence. But not the loud kind, not attention-seeking. I'm talking about quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need to prove anything, the kind that doesn't seek validation, the kind that simply exists. You walk into a room and you're not scanning for approval, you're just comfortable. And that comfort creates a ripple effect. Because in a world where so many people are performing, authenticity stands out immediately. When authenticity is paired with calm confidence, it becomes incredibly attractive because it feels real. Now I want you to really reflect on this. Have you been overlooking your own confidence? What you have now may be far more powerful than what you had before, and we're just getting started. In the next part, we're going to go deeper into the psychological signals of attraction that most men completely miss, including energy, silence, and emotional control. Now here's where things begin to shift even deeper. We are about to explore emotional impact. There's a very important difference between finding you attractive and feeling something when around you. Attraction can be momentary, emotional impact lingers. Have you ever crossed someone's mind hours after a conversation ended without even realizing it? This is where attraction becomes psychological. Have you ever been the reason someone smiled to themselves later in the day, replaying something you said, or simply how they felt in your presence? It's no longer about the moment, it's what stayed after. And one of the clearest signs is simple. Conversations with you tend to extend naturally, not because you're forcing them, not because you're trying to impress, but because they don't feel the need to leave. Time stretches, topics flow, there's no pressure, no awkward urgency, just a quiet sense of ease. In a world where people are constantly distracted, this is a powerful signal. Presence matters. It means your presence is engaging enough to hold attention, without effort. Now let's look at emotional mirroring. It happens almost entirely unconsciously when someone is drawn to you. They begin to mirror you, your tone, your pace, your body language. If you speak calmly, they soften their voice. If you slow down, they follow your rhythm. This isn't imitation, it's connection, alignment at a safe frequency. And when this happens, a sense of familiarity begins to form. Even if you've only just met, it feels like you've known each other longer. She adjusts her presence to meet yours. Alignment is attraction. And here's the part most men miss. You're not doing anything special to make this happen. You're simply being, and the other person is naturally syncing with you. That is influence at its most authentic level. Now let's talk about emotional curiosity. This is when a woman doesn't just stay on the surface with you. She goes deeper. She asks about your experiences, your perspectives, your way of seeing the world. But here's the key difference. It doesn't feel like small talk. It feels intentional. She's asking because she genuinely wants to understand you. And that kind of curiosity is incredibly meaningful. It shows investment. It means you've moved beyond being just another person. You've become someone she finds interesting on a deeper level. Let me give you a real-life kind of moment you may have experienced. Days later, she brings it up again. Not randomly, but thoughtfully. She asks you more about it. That moment right there tells you everything. She wasn't just hearing you, she was listening. She cared enough to remember. People remember what matters. Now let's move into something even more powerful: emotional comfort over time. Initial attraction happens quickly, but sustained attraction, that requires consistency. If she continues to feel relaxed, your presence is reassuring. If a woman continues to feel relaxed, your presence is reassuring, and reassurance is something people crave. Think about the difference between excitement and peace. Excitement is unpredictable. Peace, on the other hand, is steady, grounded, safe. As people grow, they value peace more deeply. So if your presence brings that sense of calm, you are offering something rare. Now here's something even more revealing. When someone begins to include you in their future thinking. You should come with us next time. Simple phrases, easy to overlook, but they mean the person is imagining you in their future experiences. You're no longer just part of a moment. You're becoming part of a pattern. Connection and interest are growing. Now let's explore quiet admiration, the kind that shows up through attention. The way someone watches you when you're not looking. The way they observe how you handle situations. Your patience, your restraint. Presence builds admiration. Admiration builds through observation, over time. When someone admires you, they show it through how closely they pay attention. Attraction is built on what they believe about you over time. It's lasting and meaningful. Now let's talk about mystery. As you grow older, you naturally become more selective. You don't reveal everything immediately. You allow people to discover you gradually. And this creates curiosity. Intrigue is born here, not because you're trying to be mysterious, but because you're not over-explaining. You're comfortable letting people explore who you are at their own pace. That space creates intrigue. It gives them something to return to. If you create that naturally, you become someone people want to understand more deeply. This is about recognizing what is already happening. Your life experience has shaped you. It has given you a depth that cannot be replicated. And that depth is attractive, not in a loud way, but in a lasting way. Once you start seeing these signs, everything changes. The mirroring, the questions, the details, piece by piece, something clicks. You were never invisible. Now we're going to step into something even more profound. This is where you embody attraction. Up until now, we've been uncovering signs, but this is about integration and internal state. Stay present with this. Let's begin with your relationship with silence. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They rush to fill it. But when you don't, you create space. And in that space, the other person becomes more aware of you. You signal something very specific. You are comfortable with yourself. And that kind of comfort is rare. Stay present. Calm, grounded, maintain soft eye contact. Allow the moment to breathe. Silence creates curiosity. What often happens next might surprise you. The other person leans in, emotionally or physically. Instead of you trying to be understood, they begin trying to understand you. That is a powerful reversal. Embody it. Now let's move into emotional control. This is deeply attractive. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means choosing how you respond instead of reacting. Maturity and self-awareness are everything here. Stability stands out. Imagine something goes wrong. One man reacts immediately. The other man pauses, he listens, he processes, and then he responds calmly, thoughtfully, intentionally. Which one feels more grounded, trustworthy? Second man demonstrates intelligence. It signals maturity, it signals self-awareness, it signals that you can handle life without being controlled by it. That kind of stability is rare, and because it's rare, it stands out immediately in any room, grounded energy. Now let's go deeper into consistency, not grand gestures, the small, repeated behaviors that reveal who you are. Do you show up when you say you will? Follow through on your word? Consistency builds trust. Presence matters. These things are everything, because consistency builds trust. And at this stage, attraction is no longer just about excitement, it's about trust. It's knowing someone is steady, reliable, emotionally present. This builds lasting attraction, safe energy. Imagine two men. One is exciting but inconsistent. The other is calm, steady, reliable. Over time, the second man is the one people feel drawn to. He creates emotional safety, and safety is the foundation of lasting attraction. I want you to really absorb this. You don't need to change who you are to become more attractive. You need to become more aware. Awareness allows you to recognize your strengths and refine your presence. Confidence is grounded. Next time you're in a conversation, shift your focus. Instead of thinking about what you'll say next, focus on how you're listening. Notice tone, expressions, pauses. Respond more slowly. Let your words breathe. Eye contact is steady. The interaction changes. It becomes deeper, more memorable. Without trying to impress, you leave a stronger impression. That's the shift that creates long-term attraction. Presence. Real, grounded, authentic presence. Trust the process. Awareness is key. Real connection takes time. The right people will recognize your value without you needing to convince them. That realization is freeing. It removes pressure and allows you to be yourself naturally. Ironically, that authenticity draws people in even more. Attraction isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. It's how someone feels in your presence and how naturally your energy fits into their world. Have you been underestimating yourself? Awareness begins here. Trust your internal state. Embody it. In the final part, we're going to bring everything together. We'll talk about how to fully step into this version of yourself, how to deepen these connections naturally, and how to carry this awareness into your daily life. Embody attraction effortlessly. Now, as everything comes together, slow down. Sit with what you've discovered, not just in your mind, but in your body, in your awareness. This isn't just information. This is a shift. You're beginning to see yourself differently. Presence evolves. For a long time, you may have been measuring yourself by standards that prioritize speed over depth, attention over connection. But attraction built on who you are becoming grows instead of fades. It deepens instead of disappears. Truth changes everything. Stop chasing validation, and you begin to feel naturally attractive again. You're finally aligned with yourself. Don't dismiss moments of connection simply because they aren't dramatic. Don't overlook subtle interest. Underestimating your impact is a mistake. Attraction is quiet. It in the way someone feels around you. It's the sense of ease you create, the safety you offer, the consistency you bring. When you accept that, something inside you begins to settle. Stop forcing moments. Trust your presence. Move with certainty. Carry this forward. Anchor awareness into your daily life. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about refining how you show up. Start with something simple. Slow down, mentally and physically. Let your words breathe. Give others space to come toward you. Bring awareness to your body language. Notice how you stand, how you walk. Are you grounded, steady, present? Small adjustments communicate more than words. When signals align with confidence, they become powerful. Practice real presence. Be with them fully. Presence is felt. Listen without planning. Observe without judgment. Engage without distraction. Trust consistency over intensity. You don't need perfect moments. You need real ones. Show up the same way. Reliability and authenticity build something lasting. Your story matters because it's real. Experience shaped you. Every challenge and lesson has shaped you. Those layers and that depth make you interesting. Don't rush to present a polished version. Let people discover you gradually. Let your perspective reveal itself over time. Right people are drawn to your depth. Connection is aligned. Perception shapes experience. Reflect on your presence, the way you carry yourself, the way you make people feel. The man who understands his value doesn't need to prove it. He lives it, quietly, consistently, authentically. That man is rare. Carry this awareness forward. Notice how you listen and speak. Notice how you feel within yourself. Observe changes around and within you. If this resonated, like and subscribe for deeper conversations. This was never just about attractiveness. It's realizing something important. You may have been all along, just in a way you hadn't yet learned to see. Realize your impact, trust your depth, embody your presence. Lauren's Psychology Diary. Final thoughts, peace and certainty. Masterclass complete. Realization, shift, connection. Attraction evolves, quiet and deep, always present.